Good morning, my stamping friends. It's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, if you're joining me on YouTube, make sure that you've subscribed and hit that bell. You'll get notified immediately as soon as I upload a new video. And if you're joining me afterwards on a replay, just be forewarned that this is a live. So I may be maybe talking with different people, making comments and that sort of stuff. But that's because it's a live YouTube and a live Facebook. So welcome. Normally I do my sketch challenges on a Saturday, but because of my huge BOGO sale yesterday, I basically had to forego doing it. It's a pretty hectic day when all the retired stuff is not the stuff that's retiring, but the retired stuff in the past. And trust me, I had an awful lot of oldies but goldies in there. So it was a lot of fun. We did demonstrations and that sort of stuff. Just to let you know, what's coming up is we have a birthday buffet card class. That's 10 cards, 5 different designs, 2 female, 2 masculine, and 1 card that could be a juvenile card, but could also be for an adult as well. Also, another thing is that what else have we got going? There's a stamp camp using symbols of fortune, and of course my monthly card class, Your Creativity Awaits, using on the horizon. So anyways, to this, it's card sketch. This one is card sketch number 97. So I am excited. We are getting up to number 100. And on that one, I think I'm going to do lots and lots of layers. It might take an extra sheet to give you the measurements. I don't know exactly, but I will have a special gift for that particular one. That's for sure. Anyways, let's hop on down to my tabletop. This is the card sketch for today. I know it looks a little busy, but I think it's because of this picture that I took of the designer series paper. So what this is a regular card base. The first layer is 3 3/4 by 5 inch. And then this second layer is this DSP layer that goes down the side. And then we've got some squares that are here. This is a sentiment. I don't know if it's going to be in a dark color or if it's going to be in a light color. I have no idea. But I wanted to visit and revisit one of my favorite stamp sets from the annual catalog, and that is the hand pinned. I mean, this suite or bundle is amazing. Luckily, it's not retiring from, it's going forward into the new catalog. But what is retiring is this hand pinned designer series paper. Beautiful designer series paper. It just, I don't know. I did say that I have, I don't think I've seen a bag card ever made with this. I think Stampin' Up is coming out with some of the best designer series paper that I've seen in a really, really long time. I have my coffee here on my desk, and I'm afraid I'm going to spill it. So let's take that off because you just never know what happens on this desk. Anyways, beautiful hand pinned. It has Misty Moonlight, which is retiring, Cinnamon Cider, which is retiring as well. And same with, I don't think this is Bumblebee. I think this is, but those are the 2 colors that are retiring from this particular designer series paper. The colors are retiring plus the designer series paper. So I've got, and I'm going to use my Misty Moonlight. I think out of all the colors that are retiring, Misty Moonlight is my favorite. And I am using different pieces of a different cardstock that kind of goes along with it as well. So I am going to use this really, I think it's this one. Yes, it's this one here that I'm using. And on the other side is this beautiful Blushing Bride as well. So let's get going on this card. All right, let me put this, we're going to need our dies. So I'm just going to put this up to the side, and then I'll bring this card stuff in. All right, so like I say, I've got the Misty Moonlight. I always usually for my card sketches is I do a regular card base. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, fold into the mountain. And why do we fold into the mountain? When you use your scoreboard, and you score this way. What you've done is you've broken down your card parts, or the fibers in your cardstock. And by breaking them down and folding into the mountain, that's what's giving you this really good crease and right even with the edge. If you fold it the other way, and I find when you're making boxes and everything else, it's very, very important that you know whether you're folding into the mountain or folding away from the mountain. All right, so I do have a piece. The second or the first layer is a piece that's 3 3/4 by 5 inches. I have run this through with the, and I don't know if you can really see that. Anyways, it's with the textured 3D embossing folder. This, unfortunately, is retiring, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put that right onto that side. This is a nice, subtle embossing folder, and I am going to miss it, that's for sure. And I know with an awful lot of our card packs and everything, we do use this embossing folder a lot. So I'm just using my liquid glue. We're just going to put this on here. I'm a big one. I really like this 3 3/4 by 5 inch. I really like that layer, and I'm also going to do the inside of the card with that layer as well. Right, so the DSP is, like I say, it's this particular designer series paper. It's what color did they say that one was? It's petal pink. No, it's pale papaya. So I'm actually going to put that down on this side here. I'm just thinking that maybe I might change my colors for the ribbon. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to be putting that ribbon on the way that I had planned because I've already put this card down. That's okay. All right. So then I have just checking my pale papaya. And we might not be using that one as well. I'll try this. Anyways, so what I wanted to do then is I have a piece. This is 3 by 3, and I think this is the wrong. No, it's 3 by 3. That's good. So I've cut a piece of Misty Moonlight 3 by 3, and I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to layer that onto this piece here. And what I want it to do is I want it to come and be on in this part here. Now, I think what I'm going to do first, you know, I can put that straight down. Let's figure this part on here next. So then I'm just going to go ahead and put this onto here. So let me just put it on with the glue, and then I'll decide whether or not if I'm going to pop this up. I don't think I am. So let's go like this. Put it about there. Whoops. Gives you that wiggle room. Good to see you, Marjorie. Excuse me. All right, so let me go back and put that on there. And like I say, I want that to kind of be on that part of the card, this layer of the white. I also have a piece of basic white, and that's going to go like this. Now, this is where an image can go, but what I'm actually going to do is I am going to put this on here, but I'm also going to put another image on top of it. So I might change my mind on that. So I'm going to leave that like that. And let's go ahead and stamp the image. Now I've used you can tell this is a well-loved stamp. I tell you that. Oops. If you ever get a piece of sticky on your grid paper at all, just rub the embossing buddy over top of that. All right, so this is a photopolymer stamp set. I have the extra matte underneath. I'm just going to come and I just want to, I think this will go right about here. So I'm just going to put my two magnets together there. All right, so we're going to just stamp this. Whoops, I'm going to put this over just a bit more. Maybe over about there. There we go. Yes. All right. So let's go ahead and put our stamp pad or our stamp, anything to put something underneath so that it gives you that extra cushion when you go to stamp. I'm using Memento ink because I'm going to use my blends. Now, this stamp set you can stamp directly with using these images, but I want to actually this time, I want to go ahead and do some coloring. Now, I am using my Chucky. I have a video out for this on how to make your own Chucky. Pretty simple. Okay, let's see how well that's there. Yeah, just a bit there. Don't think I rubbed there. There we go there. You know, I think for almost 6 months I left this that stamp set right onto my Stamparatus because it was just one of those stamps that I used so much. Right. I have my number 1 plate there. And now what I want to do is I'm going to put a number 2 plate. Remember this mini cut and emboss is on for 20% off. What a deal. Fantastic deal to the end of March. I have to tell you, this is one product that is going up in price starting on the May 3rd catalog. So it's something that if you like it, get it now. Plus you're also going to turn around and you are going to save 20% as well. And shipping is also going up as of April the 1st. All right. Now, a lot of people will color first before they cut. I tend to cut first. And the reason I cut first is so that if I have not cut it properly, I can turn around and just stamp and cut another one before I've done all that coloring, because that's a lot of coloring. There we go. Shaking going on there. So let's just take that off and take that off of the thing here. All right. And you know what? This is not cut that close. I can see it right now. It slid from my Post-it note. See, it slid just a bit there. You know what? I can live with that. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to come in with my stamping blends. Now, really, when I started thinking about this afterwards, I should have actually used a different color on here. But you know what? We don't have any Blushing Bride blends. And that still really upsets me. So I'm going to come in with my Mint Macaron. I'm going to do that color green. And we are going to use, I think I'm going to use some Misty Moonlight. Remember, these blends are retiring. And then as far as the pink goes, I'm going to do a bit of doctoring with it. And what I'm going to use is Flirty Flamingo and Blushing Bride. I mean, Flirty Flamingo and, oh, this is like Gray Granite. Gray Granite might work. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I get some, it looked more like this Blushing Bride. So, and I'm not going to do the big flower in it. I'm going to do the big flower in, I'm going to do in the Misty Moonlight. So I'm layering down my light gray granite, and then I'm just going to come in with my Flirty Flamingo. And like I say, unfortunately, we cannot get the Blushing Bride color. So how I'm getting that color, it's kind of matching up with that color, is by putting the gray granite down with it. And then I'm probably also going to, just so that you know, I'm going to take my color lifter. And I'm going to take off some of that color as well. There we go. And that, like I say, is giving kind of that color as the Blushing Bride. So let's just come in. I usually always put my lighter color down first. What that does is it saturates your paper and allows you to do the blending a lot easier. So let's just go, and I'm just going to then come in with my dark mint macaron. Just put it in where those colors are, and then I'm going to come back in with my light, and then I'm just going in circles to blend this. I'm also not coloring the whole leaf again. I'm giving a look of 3 colors by not coloring it all. Oops, and then we'll go back in and do this as well. And then back in with this. And like I say, by doing that light color first, what we've done is we've saturated the colors or the paper so that the colors will blend more. And by on the back side, your paper should be, or your flowers should be showing through. All right, so let's see. Now, you know, I'm thinking to myself that Misty Moonlight is a great color to do with it. But I think what I want to do is I want to saturate with the Balmy Blue. Because then I might just use the light Misty Moonlight. And that's the beauty of these stamping blends. So many people think they've got to keep right to the colors that are together. And no, you don't. You can go in and switch up all your colors. All right, so I'm just going to come in here. Now, I am thinking, when I do this, I always think of where I'm getting my light coming from. So my light is going to come this way. All right, so let's go, and I'm going to come with this. You know, this is the darker. So what I want to do is I want to mix this up and blend this enough so that those colors do blend together so that you don't get those lines. And sometimes you're better. Oh, great, Kathy. I'm glad that you could. So, like I say, just sitting there, and I'm going to get this more. I want to blend it more, and you, of course, go over where that color is. They're not the same colors, but at least we're going to get it so that, see how it's kind of going in with the Misty Moonlight. And then I'm probably going to come in a little bit, and we're going to do a bit of flicking. And flicking is just where you take your blend and flick that. There we go. And I'm going to go back in again with my Balmy Blue. And that is giving me my bluer color. Whoops, I see I didn't go in and color that. Come back in and color that. So let me, there we go. All right, so we have a blue flower. Now, I could come in, and that might even be a good idea too, is to come in. Perfect, Marjorie. We'll see you later. Drive carefully. All right, so I'm just coming in a bit with my lifter, and I'm just going to lift some of this color off. All right. All right, so then, like I say, this is going to come here. This is part of the sketch, but I wanted to come up, and we're going to pop that up. So let's go in with our dimensionals. That's really saturated, that paper. So what is the one thing that you're really upset with retiring? I have to tell you mine are the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I love those dies. They, to me, they were a staple. I like them better than the contour shapes dies, the rectangles. I don't know why, but in any event. All right, so now this is just going to go like this, and I am going to pop this one up as well. Now, originally, what I thought I was going to do was I was going to put some of this ribbon. Now, this ribbon, can you believe it? I don't know. It is from, you know what? I can just put a bow on it. This ribbon is from On the Horizon. It's like 1/8 of an inch, and it's amazing. So I'm actually just going to tie a bow, and I'm going to do a double bow. Yeah, the Misty Moonlight paper, yes, but I think the Starry Sky is going to be a fairly good substitute for it, which is one of the new colors. Have you seen the new colors? Like, they really are pretty. I'm very happy with the colors. I find them quite happy colors. And I think they go quite nice with, they're going to go really nice with an awful lot of different colors. All right, so I'm just going to tie that really tight. That's the whole key to doing a bow, is making sure that you tie your bows tight and they won't come undone. Yeah, that'll be okay. Yes, they are absolutely gorgeous. And you know, can you believe it? I am going towards the parakeet party, and I'm not a green person. Oh my good heavens, I love evening evergreen, and I only have an aversion to one green, I think. All right, so that, all right. I think I'm going to put that down because I think I've got enough layers there as we speak. So that's just going to go on there like so. Like I say, you see how the sketch is sort of coming together. So you can do a lot of different things. If you decided that you didn't want to put this square here, you could have just put that picture right there. All right, so that's going to go there. And then let's see what else. Just seeing, I'm just going back onto some of the comments. Yes, the parakeet green is, or parakeet party is a beautiful lime green. Yeah, I'm liking it. All right, so now I have to put a sentiment here. Now, I didn't know whether or not, if I did a dark sentiment that shows in there, I would have to turn around and I would have to emboss it. I'm trying not to do some embossing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my Misty Moonlight. And this stamp set has some really cute words on there. I like the thanks. You know what? I think I'll do a thanks, or anything is possible. That's a good one. You can tell this one's really been used a lot. Or should we do thanks? That thanks is so pretty too. I think we'll try anything is possible. We'll try that. Just put that onto one of my blocks. And let's see how it is. Whoops, got that upside down. You know, I could stamp that right on there, but it is embossed, so probably not a great thing to put on there. And you know what? This is a photopolymer. I should probably be putting it onto. You know what? That's not too bad. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. This is going to go on here, and I'm going to pop it up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let's just do that on there. I just need to cut that a bit more to make that so it's even. I'm going to pop that up with our dimensionals. Now, what those dimensionals were right here. All right. There they are. They're under here. No. I cannot believe that. That doesn't happen to anybody, right? Okay. I think what I should do with my dimensionals is color on the back of them, because that's what I lose them in, is the fact that they're not on there. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here, like so. Up straight. We're going to use our glue dots, and I think we're going to need to use a couple of glue dots on this particular one. So, like I say, this ribbon is from On the Horizon Suite. Oops. I've yet to use this ribbon in that suite yet. That's okay. Whoops. No, I think I'm going to need a couple of glue dots on here. Oh, it keeps coming off with my nails. All right, let's try one more. Does not want to stay there. All right, and then we're just going to put some embellishments on here as well. Now, we could have left that with just one color, but I kind of wanted to use the two of them. And then, let's see, do we want to use these polished dots where I could actually color those dots? You know, I could do that. I could use these iridescent rhinestones. I know, you know, this hand pen is gorgeous. And another one that we could use are these white dots. And I was thinking, let me just see how this looks. I was thinking blue would be nice on there. So let me just color. That's not the dark one. So let me color my blends. Probably better to color the white ones. You know what? I'm going to color them with the dark Night of Navy, or not Night of Navy, the dark Misty Moonlight. Remember, all these blends are retiring as well. Okay. So let's see. These iridescent rhinestones are so pretty. I think they'll go on almost everything. You like the double bow? Okay, good. Hello, Pamela. Thank you. Like I say, I never know what I'm going to do until the morning of the sketch. I just come down, I pick a stamp set. I pick a stamp set. And then what I do is I decide from there what I'm going to do with the stamp set. And that is how I get my card sketches. One there. And let's go ahead. I kind of like them in that blue. I think it's kind of the Misty Moonlight. I think it's kind of nice in there. I think I'll put it there. That'll give me my triangle, right? Anyways, there's the card sketch. Like I say, what did we use? We used the hand penned, the bundle. This is not retiring, it's staying, but I do not believe. Wonderful. Make sure that you do go ahead and you put it onto my Facebook group. And you could be, if you live in Canada, you could be entered in to win a stamp set. Another thing that you could also do is if you are outside of Canada, I can send you some cards. All right. We also used the Designer Series paper. This is retiring. We used the Misty Moonlight paper. It's retiring. Oh, I haven't finished the inside. It's retiring, and so are the stamping blends. So we need to finish the inside. So this is 3 3/4 by 5. And you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to use this little piece here. Maybe I will use that little piece. Like I say, this is a well-loved stamp. Might be one that I cannot sell in my BOGO afterwards, right? So, all right, let's go here. And I think, should I do that in a green? You know what? I'm just going to do it in the Misty Moonlight. And Misty Moonlight is also, thank you. Misty Moonlight is also retiring. The stamp pad, the refills. As far as I know, as of yesterday, it was still available. And I'm hoping that it's going to stay available for a little bit longer. I know out of the new colors, the re-inker of Just Jade is gone. So let's just put that there. A blue card. And let's go ahead and let's just put that down. Also, those dots that I used, they're getting carried forward into the new catalogs, so that's kind of fun too. It's nice when you have a white dot and you can color it any color that you want. So thank you. Also, make sure that if you do like this, give me the thumbs up. If you have any questions, by all means, just put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Don't forget to put this into the card sketch number 97. In 3 more weeks, we get to do number 100. And I'm looking so forward to doing that. I just want to go over again how I made this pink go like a blushing bride, because we do not have a blushing bride blend. So I used light Flirty Flamingo and gray granite, and that gave that look. And then this one was used with Balmy Blue and the Misty Moonlight on there. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I say, if you have any questions at all, by all means, shoot them out there. Share my video. I really do appreciate it. I really want people to get in so that they do card sketches. It's such an easy way. If you use a card sketch, it is such an easy, thank you. It's such an easy way to be inspired and do a card and have a card on your own. If you do live in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. If you want to take a look over at our BOGO event, by all means, I'm going to keep it open for a bit anyways. So have a great day. We will see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock Pacific time, actually. And I'm going to be playing with a retired bundle, I believe. I believe it's going to be a retired bundle. I know it has to be retired, so we'll go from there. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much. Bye for now.